The story begins in 1941, when Poland became part of World War II, and Germany occupied a portion of the country. Despite the war, Philip and his family live happily. He is deeply in love with his girlfriend Sarah, and his family fully supports their relationship. Both Philip and Sarah work at the same place. One night, while they are at a bar, Philip proposes to Sarah. She is overjoyed and immediately says yes. Shortly after, they prepare for their dance performance. As they begin dancing together, Philip suddenly notices something suspicious and is forced to leave the stage. Sarah continues dancing alone. Suddenly, German soldiers storm into the theater and start killing everyone in the audience. Sarah and Philip's entire family are killed in the massacre. Philip, who was not present at the time, survives. 2 years pass, and Philip is now in Frankfurt, Germany, living with Pierre, a Belgian boy who has become a close friend. Philip hides his true identity and pretends to be a French citizen. He also meets Blanca, a German girl, and forms a connection with her. Only Pierre knows the truth, that Philip is Jewish. As time passes, Philip learns that Nazi soldiers are still engaged in the war. He becomes deeply saddened when he finds out that Pierre is involved in training children for combat. Pierre secretly has feelings for Blanca, but has never confessed to her. However, Philip is aware of Pierre's emotions, yet he starts developing a relationship with Blanca. They grow close and become intimate. Eventually, Blanca discovers that Philip is Jewish, but she chooses to keep his secret. Philip tries to live a normal life and starts working as a waiter in a hotel where many Germans visit. The waiters, regardless of their nationality, are forced to work under strict control. Seeing the cruelty of the Germans, the waiters find small ways to take revenge. Near the hotel, a German soldier's wife, Greta, lives alone, as her husband spends most of his time preparing for war. Feeling lonely, she begins an affair with Philip. He stays with her for a while, but eventually ends the relationship, telling her that he cannot live in such a manner. Philip prefers to be alone and avoids getting close to people. The only thing that truly brings him peace is music. Whenever he listens to music, it feels as though his pain fades away. Music becomes his greatest solace. After this, a Nazi captain named Bau Miller seizes control of Philip's hotel. Bau Miller is known for his extensive knowledge about everyone in the city, yet Philip's new identity remains a secret. His survival is thanks to Stais, who not only provided him with a new identity, but also saved him from the massacre that night. Philip holds Stais in the highest regard for this. Whenever Philip and Stais are together, Stais expresses deep sorrow for Poland. He mourns the loss of his countrymen, who are perishing one by one in the war, and his inability to help them. Although Stais has managed to conceal his Jewish identity and gain considerable power, his success feels hollow. The suffering of his fellow Poles weighs heavily on him. One day, Stais hands Philip a passport, offering him a way to escape to any country. He also gives him a gun for protection. However, Philip refuses both. Instead, he returns the items to Stais and leaves. He never intended to go back to Poland, but Pierre convinces him otherwise, saying, "When Poland gains independence, you will be a part of it again. You must return one day." Haunted by his past, Philip spends sleepless nights reliving old memories. No matter how hard he tries, he cannot escape them. Eventually, he learns to live with the pain. One day, Philip notices a girl who captivates him. Pierre informs him that her family is Persian, but to Philip, her background is irrelevant. He seizes an opportunity to approach her at the pool, but she barely acknowledges him. Unfazed, Philip turns his attention to a married German woman named Elsa, who flirts with him while mocking Polish people. Enraged, Philip retorts, "When every German soldier is dead, there will be no man left for you." Elsa, though infuriated, remains silent to protect herself from repercussions. Determined to undermine German women by seducing them, Philip sets his sights on the Persian girl. He learns her name is Lisa, but she departs without engaging in conversation. That night, Philip attends a party where he meets Marta, the party's host. They spend time together, but when German boys cause trouble, Philip is forced to leave. One night, a woman named Marlena arrives at Philip's hotel and immediately recognizes him. She reveals that they had met before in Poland and knows his true identity. He is not French, but a Jew. Philip panics, fearing that Marlena might expose him, especially since she is involved with a Nazi soldier. As Philip contemplates his situation, Nazi soldiers storm the hotel and brutally assault an Italian waiter, caught having an affair with a German soldier's wife. Witnessing the brutal punishment, Philip is horrified. He now fully understands the danger of his secret being discovered. Despite this turmoil, Philip cannot stop thinking about Lisa, and she too is drawn to him. They develop a relationship. The next day, while speaking to his friends about Lisa, Philip is suddenly taken to Bau Miller. The captain interrogates him about Blanca, a German woman involved with men from various nationalities, which is considered a crime. Philip refuses to reveal anything, infuriating the captain, who strikes him, leaving visible wounds on his face. After being forced to sign a document, Philip is released. When Philip meets Lisa again, he learns that she opposes Germany's occupation of other countries and its oppressive actions. They discuss marriage, but their conversation turns into an argument. In frustration, Philip exclaims, "Before the war, I dreamed of becoming an architect. Now, I live as a slave." Lisa leaves in anger. That night, Philip cannot stop thinking about her. The next day, he and his fellow hotel staff witness the execution of those who had relationships with German women. Philip watches in horror as his Italian friend is killed. The memory stays with him, a chilling reminder of the risks he faces. Despite everything, Philip continues seeing Lisa. Due to her association with Forner, a German officer, she faces criticism from other German women. However, she disregards their remarks, and Philip grows even more fond of her. One day, Blanca visits Philip, attempting to seduce him, but he firmly rejects her. Instead, he goes to Lisa and spends a wonderful day with her. For the first time, Philip finds someone who truly loves him. Overcome with emotion, he confesses his secret to Lisa, revealing his Jewish heritage and his escape from Poland. To his relief, Lisa assures him, "I love you," and they find happiness together. Philip decides he will never pursue another woman. However, Marlena threatens to expose him unless he helps her stay at the hotel. Philip, knowing the danger she poses, seeks out Stais to ask for help. But when he arrives, he is met with shocking news. Stais has taken his own life. After witnessing Stayek's tragic fate, Philip picks up the passport and makes a decisive choice. He heads to the hotel that Stayek had built for him and asks Lisa to come with him to Paris, where they can start a new life together. Lisa agrees, and the two decide to leave the country that very night. However, as night falls, Blanca arrives at Philip's house, desperate for help after facing severe humiliation. Unable to turn her away, Philip takes her in and entrusts her safety to Pierre. He also confides in Pierre about his plan to leave for Paris with Lisa. Philip reassures Blanca that everything will be fine before stepping outside, only to witness chaos. Germany has been attacked. Philip rushes to Lisa's house, only for her to suggest they postpone their escape to the following day. They spend the night together, cherishing their last moments in a city gripped by war. The next morning, Philip returns to his hotel and then heads to meet Pierre. Meanwhile, Bau Muller, suspicious that the hotel waiters are stealing, orders a thorough search of their belongings. During the search, he discovers a bottle in Pierre's possession. In a brutal show of power, Bau Muller forces Pierre to drink the liquor, ultimately killing him. Philip, overwhelmed with rage and grief, can no longer bear his hidden identity. In a moment of defiance, he reveals the truth about himself to Bau Muller, declaring that he is a Jew. However, Bau Muller dismisses his confession as a lie. Haunted by the deaths of those he loves, Philip meets Lisa, and, to protect her lies to her, telling her that he does not love her and that he will not take her to Paris. Though Lisa sees through his words and knows Philip's true feelings, she is powerless to stop him. Heartbroken, Philip leaves. That night, Philip attends the wedding of a Nazi soldier, where he uncovers Marlena's secret mission. She has come to assassinate the Nazi general. In a split-second decision, Philip seizes the opportunity, taking the general's gun and executing his revenge. He avenges Pierre's death by killing Bao Muller. With the chaos of the event as his cover, Philip slips away unnoticed, making his way to Paris alone, just as Steyich had always wanted, and with that, the movie comes to an end. Friends, if you want the link to this movie, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss an upcoming video. See you in the next one. Until then, take care and goodbye.